Hi everyone, so big announcement for my channel today. First of all, number one, Monster Beverages, my smallest position that I held, is currently now sold. That was sold yesterday. I said that there's a good chance it could be sold on the last video, and I did sell it. I was trying to get 63 per share, but eventually I took around about 61.50, I think it was, about that I sold out at. So I made a little bit of profit on that one. I got in at there at 51 per share, I think it was. So there's been a nice little bit of profit on that. It wasn't a company that I wanted to hold a long time. I just thought it was on a dip, bought on the dip, sold at a high. Hopefully it will be high, you never know. Well, it would, in the future it will probably go up. But it seems like what I've sold it at is a fair value. It's not overvalued, but for me that's a fair value. The P was slightly creeping up. It has a lot of challenges in the future, Monster, but it does still offer good growth. Near 10%. I think the revenue is about 7.5, and the EPS is going into the 10% mark. But overall, it's not a company that I really want to hold a long time. It's not a Google. It's not a PayPal, Microsoft. I don't see it as that company. I just bought in to make a bit of money on the stock, and basically with that sold the profit as well. I've pretty much now gone and bought 2 new stocks, as you can see, and I'll talk about these 2 new stocks. One of them has pretty much messed me up already, which if you follow one of these stocks you'll know which one it is. But I chose these 2 stocks, and I'll go through a few reasons why I bought these stocks. So first of all, these positions, I've still got Microsoft, Boeing, PayPal, and these 2 make 4 and 5 up as my smallest positions. So they're not big positions. The big positions I'm kind of holding off for either Adobe, Google or Facebook at some point later this year, as you know, if you watch my videos, and hopefully that'll happen towards some time from now to December. I'll be in one of those stocks, or maybe even 2 or 3. That's where I'm going long term, but I need to keep that portfolio diversified, and this is what I've decided to do to keep it diversified by getting rid of Monster. So the 2 stocks I chose were FedEx and Skechers. The reason why I chose FedEx is that I think it's better than UPS in my opinion. It has a better balance sheet. The revenue isn't amazing. It's probably I would say FedEx is probably the company with the lowest revenue I've ever gone into. It's only around 5%, but it's still growing. We've got the parcel side in FedEx that's still growing big time. Letters are now kind of dropping off. It's all about the parcels, and there's still good growth in there. The earning per share growth is still 15%, and as well as being 15%, we also get a good dividend around 60 cents for FedEx, which is alright as well. A little bit of an expensive stock, but undervalued. The price target on it is about 280, and it's dropped down about $60 off that right now, and that's why I bought in. Nice P on it. I think it's a little bit oversold, a bit undervalued. My plan is to hold it for probably about a $50 gain per share on this company, on FedEx, is where I'd be looking to get out of it. But yeah, it's one of those stocks I think it's had a bit of it's been oversold. Bought in, and I'll hold that for a little while, and I'm really happy with that. Overall, if I'm honest, I like FedEx more than Skechers, but I'm happy with putting that one into my portfolio. I'd like to see Boeing gone out of my portfolio sometime soon, but we'll see what happens. Number 2, Skechers, decent PE, a good growth. We're still talking about a 10% growth on Skechers. The only problem is it's absolutely killed me. If you saw it on Friday, basically I bought in a day for earnings. My attitude was like, if it's a good earnings, then I'll make a bit of money earlier on. If it's bad earnings, it'll only go down a couple of percent and it'll regain it eventually. But yeah, Skechers missed their earnings by big time, and I was listening to the earnings call, and I'll be honest, the report did worry me slightly. They're really struggling for sales in the Middle East. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, Skechers was down. I think it finished the day around 22% down. So I've just took a big hit on it. But you know, it's like sometimes that happens. Overall, the company's pretty solid. And I'll just kind of monitor that one over the next few months. I think it will have a bit of a pullback at some point. But because of what's happened and all that, I was kind of aiming to sell the stock around probably around the 40 something, high 40s. But when something like that happens and you take a bit of a hit and you're like, oh, so it might be one of those stocks that I pretty much just sell to break even now. But it happens. Eventually they'll get back. You've got to always remember that stocks always go up if it's a solid company, and Skechers is a solid company, and the stocks market always goes up. So I'm not going to panic sell, but I think it might be one of those stocks now where it just kind of gets the situation where it recovers the 20% that's lost, and I might just sell that for break even. We'll see what happens. We'll monitor that over the next coming months. So guys, these are my two new stocks. Obviously Monster's gone. I'm holding 5 stocks at the moment. Let me know what you think about these 2 stocks, and I'll see you on the next video.